This is an absolute steal for the New York Rangers as Chris Drury has pulled off a heist. He has officially signed Vladislav Gavrikov to a 7-year contract, and some of the details and specifics of the contract will have Rangers fans absolutely fired up. We're going to break it all down in this episode of Rangers Digest. But before we do that, a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button. About 77% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you want to stay up to date with everything that's happening with your New York Rangers, go down below, hit that free subscribe button because this is the place to be for all your daily Blue Shirts content. But Bret, let's get right into it. The day has come, and the news that we knew was coming at this point has finally dropped. The New York Rangers have officially signed. It's official, confirmed, whatever you want to call it. Vladislav Gavrikov, he wanted to come to New York. They got the contract done, and he is a New York Ranger. He will be playing on the left side beside Adam Fox next season, which I think is very exciting. But the reason why Rangers fans should be even more excited is because this is quite literally a steal. This is a lot better than what we thought, was going to happen, was going to go down with the Gavrikov signing. And as early as this morning, Pierre LeBrun, Bret, I thought this was insane, was reporting that he was actually going to get on the open market more than Ivan Provorov, which would put him at $9 million or more than $9 million over 7 years. And we know that last night, contract talks fell through, extension talks fell through with the LA Kings. He was going to hit the open market, and he's officially signed for 7 years at $7 million flat with the New York Rangers. This is good work from Chris Drury. This player would have got probably $9 million on the open market. He wanted to come to New York. You're getting a player, I think that's a big thing too I want to talk about, that actually wants to be here and play with Adam Fox. What's your take on this? It's official. It's finally happened. We've been talking about it for so long. He is going to play alongside Adam Fox.
Finally happened. Thank God it happened. I've been peeled to my phone all day after that Zach Jones video earlier, waiting for the news to break. And we saw that Pierre LeBrun report that Gavrikov would get more on the open market than Ivan Provorov, which I think doesn't surprise a lot of people out there because there's a wide consensus that Gavrikov was the best available defenseman on the free agent market. I understand Aaron Ekblad is great, but durability matters, folks, and you need to be on the ice, and Gavrikov certainly is on the ice most of the time, and he's the best free agent defenseman on the market. I've said that I didn't want the Rangers to sign him. I never said he was a bad player. I've always kept it steady saying that Gavrikov is a good player. He would be a good fit. I just didn't think it was a good move, but now after seeing the contract details, this is a win for the Rangers. You should be excited if you're a Rangers fan. I'm going to get excited about it and look forward to the season. That first line defense pair is going to be very, very good, top tier for the next few years here, guys. Maybe 3 to 5 years, 3 to 4 years, something like that. I really believe that Fox and Gavrikov complement each other perfectly. You get that offensive upside from Adam Fox, and you get that defensive stopper from Gavrikov, and they're going to complement each other so well with the physicality traits that Gavrikov is a very big physical defender. Like I said, he will pair perfectly with Adam Fox. This is a good move. Good day to be a Rangers fan. I was a little spooked after I saw Provorov's contract yesterday because, as I've said repeatedly, Gavrikov is the better player than Provorov. So good thing the Rangers ended up, if they were going to end up with anybody, good thing they ended up with Gavrikov.
Absolutely. And, he is quite literally, now he's a New York Ranger, but before he signed, he was quite literally the best defenseman on the market at the time, hitting the free agency market, of course, when it opened at 12 p.m. And I do want to get into the advanced analytics as you're taking a peek here, but I do want to get into stats because you did bring something up. This is a big player, 6'3", right? He plays a ton of minutes, and now he's going to be playing alongside Adam Fox. Clearly, that's why they got him. He's going to be playing top line minutes. He's 29, so the contract, the end of it is going to look a bit rough, but the salary cap is going up. So the fact that it's not $9 million and that you don't have $18 million wrapped up into your first pairing defense core, the fact that it is 7 does look a lot better, and you now have some more, and we'll get into the salary cap and the implications. You have some more room to get on with things here, and a plus 26 as well in the season. Eats a lot of minutes for the LA Kings, and now he's going to be doing that for the New York Rangers. So big fan of this move. If you take a look at the advanced analytics too, like you mentioned, this is the best defense partner that Adam Fox has ever had. This is going to be the best defense partner he's ever had. Yin and yang on the blue line there. You have the offense, and I think this actually will unlock. Listen, since his knee injury, Adam Fox hasn't been the same player that he was probably before that, but he's still a very gifted and elite defenseman in this league, offensive defenseman. And this, having another elite defensive defenseman by every metric beside him, is going to unlock him. He's going to be able to be that guy to, an even a bigger degree at this point. So I'm a big fan of this move. I've always been a big fan of this move. I was saying that, and I agreed with you, Bret, that, if it was 9 or more than 9, that was going to be extremely hard to stomach, but obviously would make the Rangers better in the immediate. I do like this move. All the advanced analytics say he's a great player, and you can see here from Vince Mercogliano, if you're looking at what he was worth on the open market and what other players are getting, of course the Florida Panthers are a unicorn, and I can't believe some of their players signed for what they did, but if you're looking at the open market, this is a steal for the Rangers. He could have got 9.5, something like that. So it is some tidy work from Chris Drury, again, in terms of, he wanted to come here, and they made best use of that. They were able to get him on a 7x7. Again, plus 26 last season, 50 hits, 140 blocks. He had 30 points, but you're not looking towards him to put up points. But the fact that he had 30 points in 82 games is not bad. He's also durable. You've brought that up in the past as well, Bret. He's durable. He played all 82 games. So I'm a big fan of this move. Any other thoughts on this move? Because now we're getting word, by the way, that K'Andre Miller is going to be traded. We're going to have another video on that. Don't want to get into that too much in this video. Just want it to be about Gavrikov. But by all accounts, the defense core is changing. We knew this was going to be maybe the last domino to fall, but it looks like it was the first one at this point, which is a little weird. But it seems like moves are starting to happen now, and things are starting to take shape.
Yeah, moves are starting to happen, and we do have some more breaking news coming your way with the K'Andre Miller stuff that's happening now. We spoke about it yesterday, Darius, that the Rangers' plan was a little interesting because they were playing the wait-and-see game, what Gavrikov and the LA Kings negotiations were going to look like, and now that they fell through, the Rangers pounced, got Gavrikov, and now they can move accordingly. But my final thoughts here when it comes to Gavrikov, not all is good when it comes to Gavrikov. We just have to call it how it is. Sure. You just mentioned there, and it reminded me about how he had 50 hits. This is a player just a few years ago who had 124 hits in an 82-game season. This year, he played all 82 games, just 50 hits. But the good side is that you mentioned he is 29 years old, so he is getting up there in age, and you want him to be available as much as he can. Maybe maybe it's a tactic that he's deploying. He wants to keep his body fresh, wants to keep his body healthy. He doesn't want to, be too physical out there and risk, missing a ton of ice time. So maybe it's strategic. I'm not really sure, but nevertheless, Gavrikov was never an enforcer. So you don't really need him to be hitting people all the time, lighting people up, starting fights. What Gavrikov is brought here to do is to protect Adam Fox, be that yin and yang like you spoke about, to be that defensive stopper on the left side. So, like I said, his hits have gone down. We have to call it how it is, but he was never an enforcer, so that is the bright side. We just need him to be a defensive stopper. You'll get that offensive upside from Adam Fox, so you don't have to worry about that, guys. Don't have to worry about that whatsoever. And like you said, Darius, you hit it on the head. He is going to bring out, this has a trickle-down effect. He's going to bring out the best in Adam Fox. And now we also have more news that we'll speak about later on with Will Cooley. This is also a good sign when it comes to Will Cooley. We'll get more into that in another video.
Absolutely. And now they're moving off of, like I mentioned, obviously, K'Andre Miller. We'll get to that in a video that's going to come out almost right after this one at this point. But this is what the current salary cap projections looking like. They have $6.1 million of cap space left after signing Vladislav Gavrikov. And keep in mind, they still have to sign Will Cooley and trading K'Andre Miller. I am interested to see what comes back the other way, because if they're taking salary on, if another team offers $6 million to Will Cooley, it's about to get interesting. They're going to have to make a move, and it's going to be very interesting. And like you covered in a video, Zach Jones is gone now too. So they're rebuilding the defense, and it starts with Vladislav Gavrikov, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Let us know in the comments how you feel, what you think about this move, because things are starting to take shape and things are starting to happen for the New York Rangers. But at the end of the day, I think this makes the Rangers better immediately, and the contract's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So pretty good move there. Let us know how you feel in the comments, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything New York Rangers.